in Nicole May's case, Kelly Maxwell, her teammate, setting the tone day one. Big 12 opener here in Love's Field. I think more than anything, she hit a couple bumps in the road last weekend and wanted to iron out some of those kinks here on her home turf.
Nicole May this year, opponents batting just 170 against her. That's third best in the Big 12. The junior from Pleasanton, California. First team all Big 12 a season ago. So you got the strong start from Maxwell. Now can May back it up? And just remember how deep this pitching staff is. Have not seen Kirsten Deal yet today. S.J. Gearin's had her moments. We saw Carly Keeney and Pete Monticelli the other night. But to get a complete game, Destiny sets you up perfectly for the way you want these final two games to go.
Yeah, and I think as you're entering conference, you've got to understand how to best utilize the arms that you have on the staff. And I think Coach Gasso and Coach Rocha are doing a good job. They want to see who can complete a game, who can get the most out of all of their pitches, who can, you know, step up and really own the circle. And now that they're approaching conference or starting conference, they're going to be able to find out a lot more. Having to play the same offense 3 times in a row, understanding the hitters and how each pitcher can learn from it. There's a lot that goes into playing the same team 3 times in a row now.
Get you a cup of hot tea or coffee. We are ready to go with the second game of this doubleheader. Malaysia Ochoa is in. She was 0 for 1, but did have a pair of walks in the earlier game today. And she's a .359 hitter on the season. Talk about Iowa State. They have these veterans, a big senior class, but not very many juniors, and then youthful freshmen and sophomores. They've had the best, really, 3-year run since the 1970s. Here recently, NCAA tournament trip in 2021. And 3 straight seasons of 25+ wins. Alina Torres over to scoop this one up. And Ochoa is retired as we are off and running in the back half of this doubleheader. Torres and Sanders, I should say, provide the right side of the infield defense. Jennings and Brito over on the left side. Here is Angelina Allen, leading the Big 12 in hitting, coming in, now hitting .526, but 0 for 3 in the first game today. 8 home runs. She had 7 home runs total in her first 2 seasons in Ames. May is a strike thrower. Rarely walks people. She had that incredible scoreless inning streak to start last season. As I recall, it was in the 40s or something like that. The beginning of the year is just crazy.
At 36 strikeouts, only 13 walks. And if my memory's serving me correctly, I think 4 of those, at least 4 if not 5, were thrown to those opening game here at Love's Field. She had a little bit of a rough outing last weekend. But to your point, Chad, she's a strike thrower. That was very rare for her. She typically hammers the strike zone. She's fearless through the strike zone. She attacks early. Think of her growth in her career here at Oklahoma. We've really seen her develop into a woman in the circle. She's mature, knows her role. She leads.
Fouled out of play once again by Angelina Allen.
I really think back to her freshman year, that first time that she was at the Women's College World Series. You could physically see her grow larger in the circle. And boy, did it really transfer over into her sophomore season. She's just continued to get better and better season over season.
She's been a part of 2 perfect games and 7 no-hitters in her Sooner career. And she had a sub-1 earned run average last year. Full Full count here to Angelina Allen. Here's seventh-year head coach of the Cyclones, Jamie Pinkerton. Team's had some injuries early in the year. And in particular to Saya Swain, who's battled a bad back, one of their pitchers, really an effective closer. He said he feels like they would probably be more along 14 or 15 wins if they had her just to close out games. But she's been unavailable, and we didn't see her in the opening game today either, as we see the leadoff walk to Allen. Here's Tiana Poole, the right fielder. Cyclones getting their hacks in.
I bet that was the message in between games. Is Kelly Maxwell was really working ahead of the count early on in the game, and she's throwing first pitch strikes. Those are the pitches that you've got to get after.
Poole was 0 for 2 with a walk in the first game today. Fly ball, that's into the gap in left center field. Allen is around third base and will get the stop sign there on a double by Tiana Poole. And it is the Cyclones who have brought the energy in the top of the first.
Already, you're seeing an aggressive approach. This is up and in under the hands of Poole. This is her power alley. She's a pull side hitter. This is where she takes her best hacks. That one missed, just too sweet over the strike zone. So her 14th walk, Nicole May, puts Allen on base, and then a double for Poole, and now 2 on in scoring position in less than 2 outs. This is a big moment for Iowa State.
Ashley Miner takes a first pitch strike. Kaylee Young is the plate umpire. Brad Newton is down at first base, and our third base umpire, Naomi Erdahl. 3 homers for Miner and 17 driven in.
And Miner is so good with runners in scoring position, a 400 average with ducks on the pond, specifically in scoring position. She's a fearless swinger when she's got an opportunity at hand.
Fouled up third base way. Cyclones had their chances in the first game, in fact, today. They left 6 runners stranded. Couldn't get the big hit and dropped that one 4-0. But an opportunity like this against a team like this, really need to take advantage of. Foul tip, says plate umpire Kaylee Young. So we'll reset things. Maybe you can't see it, but if you're the plate umpire, you can probably hear it.
Ashley Miner is really battling this count.
In on her hands and fouled off. Wind is blowing in from the north. Probably 5 to 10 miles per hour. I have to wait until like the second inning to get the full weather report. But there you see the flags from the north. It's going to get a little chilly before the night's all said and done. And this one fouled out of play as well. Want to compliment the staff and the fans on the orderly departure from the ballpark in between games. Everybody was on their best behavior, got everybody cleared out, and then back in what, 35 minutes? I mean, you clear 4,000 people out and back into their seats, all in their places with bright smiling faces. Roller to third. Brito looks the runners back and fires a strong throw to first to get Minor for out number 2.
Really good job by Nicole May there. She had a lot of pitches that she could have worked with, a lot of room. She didn't have any balls on the count. She was able to go after her, roll up a ground ball.
So May gave up the walk and the double. But now she can get Ranchez cleanly. She can pitch out of, it's been a tough first inning. And there's a first pitch strike. Ranchez had a hit in the first game of the day. Pretty hard hit to center field, and that'll get into the gap past Coleman. 2 runs have scored. The throw is in time, and Ranchez is cut down. Both runs will count, as they say, to the number 9 spot. Here is the freshman Pickering, leading hitter on this Sooner team with a .460 batting average. Drills this one into right center field. It hits the base of the wall. Pickering charges to second and slides in safely with a leadoff double. Maybe she's going to grow into this leadoff role.
That is one way to get it started for the freshman. See a pitch that you can work with and send it.
Double number 4 on the season for Pickering. And Alyssa Brito, who had an RBI single in the opening game, will step to the plate. That went too tall from Carly Charles, the senior from the Colony, Texas. 5th-year player. Had some injury issues last year, was only able to make 8 starts. Doesn't walk many and pitches to contact.
I think one thing hearing from Coach Pinkerton was that she really likes to work the ball up in the zone, which is very dangerous against an OU offense. You cannot miss. You've got to get it up and out of the zone for them to chase.
Sorry, Destiny. There's already people headed out to the Iowa State bullpen.
If you're Oklahoma, you get 2 runs scored on you early. I don't know that there is a better response that you'd want from a leadoff in Pickering. She sees a pitch. She blasts a pitch. 1 pitch, 1 swing. You got a runner standing on second base.
Brito squares this one up. It's into right field all the way to the warning track to chase home Pickering. Back-to-back doubles to start things for Pickering and Brito. And the Sooners have slashed the Cyclones' lead in half in the bottom of the first.
This ball is just right down Broadway. Even looking at the heat map, just the scouting in the circle for Charles, she stays in the strike zone a lot, almost too much. You'd want to see her nibble away into the river to try and challenge these swings.
Here's Tiara Jennings.
Start to ask the question of just how long do you keep her in?
Jennings batting .391 on the year.
It's tough when your best pitch is that up pitch because you've got to make sure it's nowhere near the zone with these hitters. That pitch to Brito was right over the plate, but also elevated enough to send it right over the heads of the infielders.
That, by the way, was double number 6 for Brito, tying her for the Sooner team lead. Jennings swats this one foul and out of play. Jennings was hitless in the first game today, which means she's due for about 3 hits in the nightcap. Hard hit ground ball. Ranchez ranges to it, fires it a little bit wide, but Spellhog is able to hang that back foot on the bag to retire Tiare Jennings. 1 down, and Kenzie Hansen will be the batter.
Nice play up the middle of the field. Saw Ranchez make a couple nice plays. She's been really protecting the middle of this infield for Iowa State.
.345 hitter is the Sooner captain catcher Kenzie Hansen. She's clubbed 5 home runs and driven in 12 early on this season. And there's a strike from Charles. Comebacker Charles fires it over to first for the 2nd out. Rito stays put at 3rd.
We're going to talk about walk-up songs, Destiny.
No, we're not.
We had a long talk on the radio midweek. Plank and I did about the introduction of the walk-up songs. For those of you tuning in, this is a first for OU softball. We aren't bitter at all. Can you tell?
Well, we'll give you both a chance to think for an inning and then tell us what yours would have been had that.
Oh, I don't even think, Chad. I don't even.
You don't need time.
I know. When you fantasize about that for 4 years of a career and you never get the opportunity.
So did you were on the radio with Chris Plank doing that? Did you all take like a poll or Twitter questions from listeners to try to guess what your walk-up song would have been?
No, but that would have been a great game. What I'm curious about, and I will have to get to the bottom of this. So to give you some background, Chad, back when Dusty and I played, it was a trade-off. If you get, as a team, over a 3.5 GPA, you get walk-up songs. Well, we got close. But we didn't get scratch it.
So you two were responsible for bringing the GPA up, though,
hey,
right?
I pulled my weight.
Okay.
Destiny,
of course.
Destiny, you can abstain from the argument. If
yes.
So my question is, did this team hit the GPA, or is this grandfathered in now?
Great question.
As
With
a new
the new stadium, yeah.
Great question. Lifted into the gap in left center field. That's going to fall, and it will tie this game. Diving in safely at second base with an RBI double is the freshman Ella Parker, who continues her torrid pace to start her Sooner career. Three doubles in the inning for the Sooners to tie this game. And now this is what Oklahoma does. It's another thing that they do so well. When an opponent fires a shot, they respond, as they have here. And all of a sudden, though Iowa State got off to a good start, the go-ahead run is in scoring position with a 3-time All-American at the plate. And that one is lined to left field, just over the wall and gone. Jada Coleman, an opposite field line drive shot, and Oklahoma responds with 4 to take a 4-2 lead.
So savvy. She's just such a savvy hitter. high IQ at the plate. She knows what she's going to see. This ball is not only opposite field, but it's hit so hard that it reads as a line drive. Like barely clears the wall. That's the power of Jada Coleman. She's got speed. She can hit any pitch even close to the strike zone. One of the best to ever do it.
And here is Sydney Sanders. Well, Sanders clubbed a 3-run home run in the first game. That was a real separator in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oklahoma had only a 1-0 lead in that game, and her 3-run blast gave them their final 3 runs in the 4-0 win. 4-2 here. 3 doubles and a home run. All extra base hits in the inning for Oklahoma. One and two now. 36 home runs as a team for the Sooners. They were 4th in the country in that category coming in. That one hit well, but foul. Up onto the concourse.
Coach Pinkerton shared with us that Carly Charles is a pitcher who's going to pitch to contact. She's just got to keep it down, keep the ball in the yard.
That one is smoked to straightaway center field, and this one is gone. Second home run of the inning for the Sooners, and the second home run of the day for Sid Sanders. Oklahoma leads 5-2 in the first.
Really works down in the zone. Hopefully she can roll up some ground balls and get them out of this inning.
Alina Torres is in, Sooner second baseman. Torres was 1 for 2 in the opening game today. She and Avery Hodge sharing time at second base this season. Johnson back with a strike. 2-1 now.
She's going to get that call right at the kneecaps. She's going to have some success. That or Oklahoma's going to have to make an adjustment quick. That is a pitch that she wants if she's a drop ball arm.
That'll even things at 2-2. Tatum Johnson, a utility player. She made 9 starts in the circle last year and also had 9 hits. But focusing more on pitching these days, the sophomore from Chino Hills, California. Hard hit, but caught by Spellhog. And the inning is over. But the Sooners.
2 home runs, 3 doubles.
Bouncing ball to third. Snared by Brito. And she throws out Carly Spellhog with that quick change. Destiny, we did not have time to get to your key for the Sooners. You said stay aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, we had a decent first inning. They're seeing the ball well, but they're getting after it. They're being aggressive in the box, and I think if they can maintain that energy throughout the game, it's going to be a good outcome.
So Nicole May had that trouble in the first inning. She gave up the double to Poole, and then the 2-run single by Ranchez. Started with a 2-0 deficit. We'll see how she settles in here. Camille Marin, designated player, and a .281 hitter. And 0-2. Marin caught the first game. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Nicole May is her first of the evening.
Taking the momentum that your offense gave you, taking back the lead, now a 5-2 lead for Oklahoma. You've got the wind at your back. Pitch a little bit more free, start to settle into this game.
Momentum, you've said it. It's a thing.
It is a thing.
And in this sport, which moves so fast, it can sometimes feel even bigger. Madison Knowles pops this one up, foul and out of play.
It feels almost tangible at times. You know what I'm talking about, Des. Where you're like, the air is either super thick in the dugout and you just feel it all around you, or you just don't. It feels hollow.
Yeah. Tight or it's free.
100%.
2 strikes quickly on Madison Knowles. Knowles didn't play in the first. Cyclones kind of alternate Marin and Knowles behind the plate. Knowles just a freshman from Duval, Washington. Fights that one off. Cyclone bench is staring into the sun as it sets off to the west. And May fans the final 2 in the second for her first 2 strikeouts of the evening. Sooners right back to the bats and leading 5-2 in the second inning. Tatum Johnson came on and retired Alina Torres to close out the first. Now she deals with the number 9 batter, Riley Boone, the left fielder. Boone batting 9th. She was the leadoff batter in the first game. And as we said, 22 games, 22 different lineups for the Sooners this year.
Nobody's safe.
I'm waiting on one of you to take the bait and kind of dive into what do you think that is? I think you're both a little scared.
No, I think that she just has so much talent that she can afford to do that. I think Jada Coleman is able to be in so many different parts of the lineup. Riley Boone's able to turn it over in the 9-hole. I think it's a strategic move when she has her reasons each time.
My honest answer is wow.
Boone gets a hold of this one, a towering fly ball that leaves quickly to right field. And the Sooners have hit their 3rd home run in the last 4 at-bats to lead 6-2.
You know what I was going to say, Chad? She switches up this lineup at times to send a message to people. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Boone has been hitless today. She starts out game 1 in the leadoff position. She gets dropped down to the 9-hole. And I think Booney had a message she wanted to send back, and that is, watch this. That was an absolute monster.
That home run presented by OERB, the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. Boone to the moon with that high drive. And the Sooners with 3 home runs in their last 4 batters. Back to the top of the order, and Pickering, who led off the bottom of the first with a double.
That's the honest truth, though, is that when you are surrounded by this much talent on a roster, you have to be on all the time. You have to be on all the time. You can't take a pitch off. You can't take a day off. You can't take an inning off. Because somebody's on your heels. Somebody wants your spot. And it's healthy, right? It's healthy competition. Coach says that all the time. Iron sharpens iron. Every practice is a war. People want to crack the starting order.
I think that has a lot to do with the fall series as well. Just having them compete against each other.
It starts day one every season, doesn't it?
100%.
Yep.
And like I said, it's never with ill intent. It's always healthy. There's never a cultural issue with that competition, but she has to manage it as a coach.
It's a culture of competition.
I think you just define championship mindset, Chad.
I will say it's always been that way. I don't
yeah.
think there's ever been a consistent lineup where you just can write it before the game starts.
I think the thing that makes this team a little different is that it's the entire lineup that's not
Yeah.
consistent. Whereas in years past, there's always been, 2 or 3 spots in that starting 9 that have a revolving door, and you've got to battle for those positions. But this is the entire 1 through 9. My goodness.
Pickering hits this one hard to right. A little late break by Poole, but she's able to grab it. One away in the second. Riley Boone's home run, by the way, her first of the season. Sooners' 3rd of the game and 4th of the day. And Alyssa Brito, who doubled and scored her first time today, or in this game, I should say, and had an RBI single in the first game. (6-2) Oklahoma. They won the first game 4-0.
I'll be excited to see the replay of Boone's home run. I think I said wow like 10 times.
That thing was out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Brito down 1-2. There's Riley Boone. Brito having an excellent year, batting nearly 700 with runners in scoring position this season. Base is empty here. Another foul ball. We've seen 4 pitchers for Iowa State in 2 games, and 3 of the 4 have been either freshmen or sophomores. Just working through the youth as a staff, and looks like once again without Saya Swain. One hopper to third. Down to get it is Minor. And now 2 down. Tiare Jennings will be the batter for the Sooners. So back-to-back outs for Tatum Johnson. She's retired 3 of the 4 she's faced. Tiare Jennings grounded out to Ranchez, the shortstop, her first time.
I feel like Tiare's due.
Calling it? Is that what you're doing? You calling it right here?
I'm seeing it through that left center gap.
Up and away to Jennings. All over the Oklahoma record books is Tiara Jennings. She is a double away from second all time in doubles in Sooner history. She is third in total bases in Sooner history. That one over the outside edge. Ball 4 and a 2-out walk to Jennings. First walk issued by Cyclone pitching in this game, and Kinsey Hansen will get a crack at it. Kinsey Hansen hit one back to the pitcher at the time, Carly Charles, back in the first inning.
Are you listening to this chant?
Some things never change.
They are having a time in there.
Even Coach Gasso's getting a grin out of that.
You know what she's thinking.
She's got to keep the look. You know how it is.
Keep the straight face.
3 balls and a strike here to Hansen.
She's been known to bust a move every now and then.
Yeah,
she's got move. Put on a little bit of Janet Jackson and you'll see her go.
How aware of the chants are you when you're at the plate? Are you hearing it?
No.
No?
No.
Tuned out? Totally locked in on business.
Strictly business in the box, but it's fun when you're in that dugout.
Hansen hits another one foul. Oklahoma, 3 home runs and 3 doubles in this game. And a payoff pitch set to come again to Kinsey Hansen. To right center field, hit pretty well, but caught by the ranging Ochoa, who dives to put away the 3rd and final out. But the Sooners add to their lead. First home she has faced in this game. Her offense has given her 6 runs. She'll go to work against Olivia Wardlaw, the number 9 batting second baseman. Wardlaw waves through that one. Quickly 0-2. This is what you're familiar with from May. Out in front of a lot of hitters, a lot of strikes. Pop up, and it will just hit the net.
Looks like that sun is right in the eyes of Wardlow from the left side of the batter's box. The sun setting, field now almost completely in the shade, but it is just beating onto the eyes of Wardlow.
Swing and a miss. That's 3 straight strikeouts now for May going back to the 2nd inning. She has 8 first pitch strikes so far this May.
Those are the numbers Coach Rocha likes to see. Get ahead in the count, get settled in.
Ochoa grounded out to second baseman Alina Torres back in the first. Had 2 walks in the first game. Ochoa came in batting .365. Best of her career. She was 2nd team All Big 12 last year when she batted .319. Down in the count, 1-2 against May. Every team needs a player like this. We talked to Jamie Pinkerton, the organized, let's make sure that everybody's on the bus, that all the equipment's in there. She is that player for the Cyclones.
Someone's got to hold it together.
Jamie Pinkerton has talked about the veterans on this team. Ochoa, one of the seniors, and he said the reason why they've had this really good stretch, best at Iowa State since the 70s, is because of those veterans. Really embraced it, wanting to make the program better. Jamie Pinkerton, the Broken Arrow, Oklahoma native, former head coach at Tulsa. He's a Tulsa graduate. Head coach at Arkansas and Montana as well, in addition to Iowa State and Tulsa. So cool to talk to him about having played at all 3 University of Oklahoma softball venues: Reeves Park, Marita Hines Field, and now here at Loves Field. And he said, I know what Oklahoma's gone through. He said, not on the scale that they have done it, but previous places he's been, they built softball stadiums at those spots, at Tulsa, at Arkansas, and also it stopped right before this, which was at Montana. But he said, I marvel at what they've been able to do at Oklahoma. Ochoa fighting away with May, fouls another one off. Strike thrower is May. 36 of 45 pitches have been strikes. And she's able to snare that one on the backhand and throw out Ochoa for out number 2.
Great job by May, just really working through the count. Ochoa battling off a lot of foul balls, but May sticking with her stuff.
Yeah, not only
round out.
She's settling in with pitches, but she's also able to help herself. Yeah. Fielding that position is a big part of owning the circle as well.
Here's the Big 12's leading hitter, Angelina Allen. She was 0 for 3 in the first game, but then walked and scored on the base hit by Ranches. Here in this one, got the Cyclones off to a quick 2-0 start, but the Sooners have responded with 6. Popped up, foul. Brito over to have a look at it, but it hits the net.
Another learning opportunity. Where is the net? Still learning this field. We did learn that the net gives as well.
That it does. down there by the dugout if you're too close to it, and you get a heater coming in there.
You saw that, what, Wednesday?
Yes.
Hard hit foul ball straight to the net. The team was like, oh, maybe we should kind of back off this net.
Late umpire Kaylee Young not winning any fans. That looked outside, though. Full count now to Angelina Allen. Angelina Allen is that player that just wears the coaches out. Always wants extra batting practice. Always wanting to be in the cages. It has paid off, certainly, with the start she's had this year. Lifted to left, fairly well hit. Boone is back, and it's off the top of the wall. It bounced past Boone as she went back to get it. It'll be a standing 2-out double for Angelina Allen. And that keeps the third inning alive for the Cyclones.
Gotta tell you, the adjustment for Iowa State from game 1 into game 2 is that they are taking their hacks. They're standing in the box. I mean, for the first inning of this doubleheader, their hacks look different. Their approach looks different. They're aggressive. And while May has continued to fine-tune her pitches, I feel like Iowa State's continued to really chip away as well.
It is the second double of the game for the Cyclones. The first one came from this batter, Tiana Poole, as part of that 2-run first. And quickly 0-2 as May bounces right back.
That's the approach you want against a team like Oklahoma. You've got to get in the batter's box and just be willing to swing. Be aggressive. You have nothing to lose.
Just got a piece of that one. Hanson blocks that one. Little flare towards center field and in diving Coleman has it. Stadium, the home of the Iowa football team, hosting Iowa women's basketball, and Caitlin Clark. Celebrate. How about we just make it International Women's Weekend?
I love
Celebrate
it.
all
I
weekend.
agree. I'm behind that.
Ella Parker doubled and scored back in the Sooner first inning. Rips this one under the glove of Spellhawk and out into right field.
What a shot. Making it super difficult to defend.
Parker continues to perform as a freshman in this Sooner lineup. 6 extra base hits among the 7. Now that's the first non-double or home run in this game. Jada Coleman included. She lined a home run to left her first time, and here there's the versatility. Lays down a bunt. It's foul.
I'm just impressed with the walk-up song choice.
What was it?
It's Going Down by Young Jock, baby. Okay, so what would your walk-up song be?
I really don't have that answer. I didn't have to have that answer.
Okay. I'm going to do my dad proud because I'm a classic rock gal.
What is it?
Mine would be the guitar riff, the intro of Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress.
Okay.
Okay.
I would go
don't have
old
a
school.
clue what
I
that
know
is.
you don't,
Okay.
but I'm sure some of the listeners Do you know the guitar riff
Yeah.
I'm talking
Dun,
about?
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Hollies,
The
right?
Hollies.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yep, that would be mine.
I will say our team choices when we were playing probably would not have been acceptable.
For your ears only? Is
That
that
may
what you're
have
saying?
been part of the reason we did not have them.
That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Coleman burns this one out into right center. That's going to get through all the way to the warning track. Parker scores, and the Sooners have a 7-2 lead in the third. Jada Coleman is 2 for 2 in the nightcap.
I'm waiting to see how this is going to be scored. Is
Yeah,
this
me
going to
too.
be a double? Is this going to be a single? There's a little bit of a miscue in center field. It's the bobble right there, I think, that really allows Jada to round into second base and snag the RBI. But who am I? Who am I to make that call?
But I'm with you. I think she would have held up at first had that been cleanly picked up.
There has been an error scored on the play. And Sidney Sanders, who homered back-to-back with Coleman in the first, will bat again. Ella Parker has now scored twice. Error charge to the center fielder Ochoa on that play. Seven to Oklahoma. Sidney Sanders having a day, had a 3-run home run in the earlier game, solo shot earlier in this one. Six home runs on the season now for Sidney Sanders. And 3-1 now. So a full count here to Sidney Sanders. Tatum Johnson, the second pitcher of the game employed by the Cyclones. Carly Charles lasted just 2/3 of an inning. Ball 4. The Sooner offense revs to life once again.
Chad, what are you walking up to the plate with?
Oh my goodness, that's a tough question.
He's not prepared either. Whoa.
I know something really fiery, probably like something Rage Against the Machine or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Just
That's a great pick.
You know, maybe Bulls on Parade. How about that?
Love it.
Yeah.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
I do like this pick. Little Selena.
Yes.
I know Vito's listening. This is her jam.
A conversation out in the circle. This is a tough spot for Tatum Johnson. Sidney Sanders walks. All 3 batters have reached so far in the inning for the Sooners. And here is Torres, who lined out to the first baseman Spellhawk her first time. And that's what you want after a conversation. 8 hits now for Oklahoma in this one.
Oh, they've got dance moves and everything.
It's quite a show.
They got it going. They're coordinated. They're much more coordinated than we were. I feel like I just felt the air get a lot colder. I don't know
did.
if you can feel.
Well,
We've got one
That the
One
sun,
window open.
the sun is now like
Yeah.
below stadium level.
I'm starting to feel the temps drop. The coats are out, the parkas are out. That's when you know.
Roller to the right side. Nice range by Wardlow to get the out on Torres. The two runners move up. Coleman to third and Sanders to second. One away.
Solid defense right here for Iowa State. If this ball gets through, it's at least a run, if not two.
And now Riley Boone, who hit her first home run of the season, the 6th of her career, to lead off the second inning, will bat again. Good pitch on the inner half there from Johnson. Little flare out into left center field. Tracked down by Ochoa. Jada Coleman tagged up at third, but she'll stay put. And there's two down. So Jada Coleman thinking about it.
Really good throw by Ochoa out in center field, getting that ball in.
Cassidy Pickering, the batter, doubled and scored in the first. She's also fly to right field.
That's all by design, right? The aggressiveness from Coleman drawing that throw. If that gets away, easily another run on the board.
One and one on Cassidy Pickering. Sooners have added a run. They got 5 in the first, 1 so far in the second and third. Johnson's done a good job with Torres and Boone. You know, this is that part where we talk about it speeds up on you when Oklahoma starts to apply that offensive pressure. Pickering launches one to center field, but got under it a bit. And Ochoa is there to make the catch. Johnson able to get the final 3 Sooner batters.
Against her both on the right and the left side. There's a story to tell there.
But the key is still figuring out how to make it work for you.
Oh, yeah. That's what JT Gasso does so well.
Right.
He's able to take those numbers. He's able to take all the technical data that this team is getting thrown, and he's able to synthesize it. He's able to take it down to the bare minimum, the necessities, and translate it in a way that, I mean, he's one of the most sought after coaches in the nation right now. First year getting the title, associate head.
Yeah, that was
Big
elevated
deal.
on January 24th to associate head coach.
Nicole did not like that.
Only the second batter that she's fallen behind. Minor grounded out to third, her first time up in this one. And May back with the strike.
She's loving her TV time back
She
there.
is. I don't blame her.
She has located the red light on our cameras and knows when they are hot.
I was going to say, somebody needs to make sure she sees that.
A future softball broadcaster right there.
Love it. She's loving it.
Fly ball very shallow left. Diving comes Hannah Core, who's out there now, and it falls. It'll be a base hit. crowd applauds the effort of Hannah Core.
Really great effort. You have to cover a lot of ground on that. Just missed it.
It's one of those, she goes for the basket catch, underhand. I almost want to see her flip that glove around and try and claw it. Saw Jada make that grab. She's such a stud in the outfield. I got to call an All-American game for her back when she was in high school, and I saw her make 3 diving catches in 1 game.
Oh my goodness.
And then found out she was headed here. I'm like, yeah, we're going to see a lot more of those catches in her career.
And there's Quincy Lilio, who's now playing right field. Some new corner outfielders for the Sooners. Ireland Buss has come on to pinch run for Minor at first base for the Cyclones. Ranchez has the big hit for Iowa State in this one. She had the 2-run single back in the first inning. Blows right through that fastball from May. And a pop-up on the infield. Who's got this one? Sanders from first. And that's the first out. So Comey just continues to throw strikes. She'll deal with Carly Spellhawk here. Sooners got a complete game from Kelly Maxwell in the first game of the day. Riley Ludlam is also catching, replacing Kenzie Hansen. So several changes for the Sooners here in this 4th inning. The 0-2 pulled foul. So Oklahoma has bounced back with back-to-back wins after seeing that 71-game winning streak go by the boards last Sunday against Louisiana. Just an uncharacteristic type of game. 3 errors. Oklahoma's committed 7 errors all season, 3 of them in that game.
There were a couple other plays that were questionable on the errors.
Some base running mistakes as well.
A lot, yeah. I mean, my scorebook, I think I would have had 5 or 6 errors committed by the OU defense.
That's what my scorebook was looking like, but
we only saw 3 actually recorded.
Self-inflicted.
What a streak, though. I mean, 377 days without a loss. 28 ranked wins amongst those 71 straight. This program has not lost back-to-back games in over 4 years. Bouncing ball to second, and Torres will take the sure play at first base for out number 2. Ireland Buss, the pinch runner, moves into scoring position as Spellhawk is retired.
Good decision by Torres. Just getting the for sure out. You've got a 5-run lead.
And Camille Marin is in. She was a strikeout victim against May earlier in this one. Did have a hit in the earlier game.
I got to tell you, after that loss against Louisiana, I have watched an interview from head coach Jerry Glasgow, over the Raging Cajuns, and I don't know if you guys had a chance to listen to it. So much respect for him. He talked about what the opportunity was like to play here. how kind our fans were, just the overall presence, and what this stadium means for the sport of softball, the direction for where our sport is headed. He praised Coach Gasso, her classiness, just the whole experience here he really spoke highly of, and I appreciated that. I think it's true.
Fly ball to shallow center field, taken care of by Coleman. Cyclones get a hit, but leave a runner straight. Sooners on top. They got 5 runs in the first. They've added a run in each of the second and third. And now Alyssa Brito first up in the fourth. Brito, then Jennings, and then Ludlam, the scheduled hitters. You know, give Tatum Johnson credit, Destiny. There have been a couple of times when things could have gone off the rails for this young pitcher. Gave up the home run to start the second, gave that up to Boone, and then got through it. And she had that situation. She'd given up a run, 2 runners aboard in the third, and she went 1, 2, 3 and got out of that.
Yeah, she's really done a decent job. Keeping the ball down is the most important thing. Keeping the ball in the yard. I think she's done a pretty decent job.
Really, the only pitch she missed was against Riley Boone.
Yeah.
Brito doubled and scored in the first, rounded out to third base in the second. She had an RBI single in the first game of the day. In fact, that was the very first run scored. That is drilled out into right center field. All the way up against the wall. Brito slides into second. She's safe with a leadoff double.
I was worried there for a minute. This one struck well, right center field, gets past Ochoa in center. But look at the relay. Look how close this play was at second base.
She didn't hesitate, luckily.
It was almost hit so hard it prevented for a double.
Yeah.
And for the Sooners, that's double number 5 in this game. It's the second double for Brito in this game.
I have noticed that the pad in the outfield plays off pretty hard.
Big ricochet, for sure.
Tiara Jennings 0 for 1 with a walk. Up with it is Wardlow. She'll make the play to first as Brito heads to third. 1 away. And Riley Ludlam will get her first at bat of the day. Came on to do the catching for Kinsey Hansen in that last half inning. Riley Ludlam, transfer from Furman, spent 4 seasons there, was the Southern Conference Player of the Year at Furman. Hit 10 home runs last year.
The stance of Knowles behind the plate. I think this is the first time I'm cluing in on that lower body. She'll kick out a leg. She gets super low to the ground.
See that a lot in baseball.
Ludlam, hard hit, bouncing ball back up the middle. This will score a run as Ludlam drives in Sooner run number 8 in the game. Alyssa Brito crosses the plate, and there's 2 down with the bases empty.
You don't see that too often from this OU offense, just kind of piecing in some runs on simple base hits or fielder's choice.
Manufacturing a run. The Sooners here.
That's got to be best case scenario for Johnson. She can give up a run, but exchange it for an out. That's a win against an offense like this.
Bella Parker, 2 hits in this game. Doubled in the first and then had a base hit in the third. She scored twice. And again, Johnson able to limit the damage. There's a leadoff double in this inning. You're thinking, here comes Oklahoma's offense, but Johnson's been able to get the last 2. And this one rolled to second. Wardlaw misplays it though, and Parker will be safe. That's the second error of the game for the Cyclones.
It's like Wardlow tried to be a little bit too quick with her mechanics. Got to think ball first.
I wonder if that ball was spinning too. It looked to be right off the end of the barrel.
Yeah.
And here is Jada Coleman again. Pitch is low, and Parker's on the move quickly. There's the night for Jada Coleman so far. This one line drive home run as the Sooners went back to back. Flash in the leather. And another base hit. 2 for 2. And brilliance in the outfield.
She also got to show off her arm a little bit out in center field, holding that runner at third base.
To be twofer with a diving grab and a hose to home plate would be like the game of my life. And this is just a routine outing for Jada Coleman. It's unbelievable.
Ball 4, runners at first and second at 2 out. And time called here. Cyclones want to talk it over before Sydney Sanders steps in. These teams will wrap up their 3-game series tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Already good activity around the Big 12. Texas getting even with Houston after Houston won their matchup last night. They're playing their series in Houston, UCF in Kansas and Orlando. So here is Sanders. Homered in the first, walked in the third, and hit a 3-run home run in the first game today. That's well hit. Deep left center field and gone. The 3rd home run of the day for Sydney Sanders and her 2nd of the game. That left in a hurry on a rope. And that Sooner home run presented by OERB. Lots of OERB home runs for Sid Sanders today.
I have a feeling the meeting in the circle before Sid Sanders stepped in the box was don't let the ball leave the yard. Keep the ball in the ballpark. Keep us out of run roll territory. And what happens? Sid Sanders collects her 2nd bomb of the day. Second bomb of the game.
Third bomb of the day. Tatum Johnson just leaving that ball clear over the plate. You cannot miss with a hitter like Sanders in that box.
So it is 4 home runs in the game for the Sooners now. And they have the 11-2 advantage with Alina Torres standing in. 5 doubles and 4 home runs for the 10 hits. Torres is 0 for 2 in this one. And we've got a brief timeout called. Kayla Young over to chat with the Iowa State dugout. An error has opened the door in the inning. The Sooners have walked right through it.
What a turn of events. Iowa State hops out. First inning, puts 2 runs on the board. Oklahoma answers back with 5, and since then it's been all gas, no brakes.
11 unanswered. And there's ball 4 to Torres. I think the Cyclones are going to make a pitching change. Well, we saw Carly Charles start the game. Tatum Johnson has been in. She got the final out in the first inning. And has pitched since.
I don't know if this is going to be a change or just a meeting.
Yeah, I think you may be right.
A reminder, there's already 2 outs on the board. Right now, Johnson just has to slam the door, stop the bleeding.
Talking to Coach Pinkerton, we asked about his defensive approach and how defensively they think they can win this game. He said they've got to clean it up. They've got to limit the errors and limit the walks, and that's really what we've seen. Though we don't count it as an error, leaving those pitches up belt high against this offense is not going to help you defensively. Then you add 2 walks to this inning, an error.
First at bat of the game for Hannah Core. Come on to play left field, replacing Riley Boone, who homered earlier. And 2-0 to Core. A walk would bring the top of the order back up there. And of course, the redshirt sophomore battled a back injury that sidelined her for much of last year. Two and 2 now. Have a day, Sydney Sanders, huh? 3 home runs in the doubleheader. 2 in this game. Swing and a miss, dropped 3rd strike, but Knowles will pick it up and make it official. Sooners, though, get 4. Sydney Sanders, 2 home runs in
It's the ball dance. She'll work up in the zone. She can pull the string. I think she's got a lot of poise in the circle that this defense really rallies behind. Now we get to see her potentially in a closer role here. How can you slam the door shut in this game early for the Sooners?
Destiny, what you think of Nicole May?
I thought she did well. I think she really worked ahead in the count. She did everything that I think you'd want to see from her in this situation.
Numerous changes out there for the Sooners defensively, and the Cyclones are going with a pinch hitter to start, as Sophie Maris will get a crack against Keeney. 1-1 the count. Sooners have Maya Bland in left, Hannah Core in center, Alina Torres is in right. Quincy Lilio has come on to play second. Avery Hodge is at short. So the only two who are where they started the game defensively are Sanders at first and Brito at third. Making my score sheet a disaster. 1-2 is fouled off.
It's crazy that 7 of the 9 are different, and it's still a quality defensive roster.
Two balls, two strikes now.
You also get a glimpse of the future. Some of these faces are going to have to step into a defensive starting position next season. Losing 10 of these seniors, so much is going to change come next season.
And jumping into the SEC, where 12 teams are ranked in the top 25 this week out of the SEC. No swing there. And 3-2 against Maris. Strike 3 on the outside corner.
It's about as good as you can place it. Threads the needle on the outer half. It's a screwball that works away from Maris. Couldn't have placed it better myself.
One down. That's 4 strikeouts for Sooner pitching in this game. And here is Wardlow, who struck out her first time. And 0-2 quickly.
Sydney Sanders is the only junior on this roster. She's going to have some leadership opportunities next season.
That's certainly another one of those things you think about.
Yeah.
Offensive, defensive production, leadership.
10 of these seniors leaving. Tiare and Kinsey Hansen co-captains together. I think who's next in line, and Sydney Sanders is the lone junior on this roster.
Carly Keeney with another 2-strike pitch and a comebacker played on a hop and over to Sanders. 2 down. Sooners are an out away from a doubleheader sweep. They won the opener 4-0. Carly Keeney to try to shut it down for Nicole May. Malaysia Ochoa, the batter. Oklahoma getting 2 home runs from Sydney Sanders in this game. 3-run home run in the bottom of the 4th inning that put this thing in run rule potential. Jada Coleman has homered. Riley Boone has homered in this game. But how about 7 runs batted in the 2 games for Sydney Sanders?
She has been such a huge asset to this lineup. And I think what I love most is that she doesn't take a pitch off. I think I said that before on a broadcast Wednesday or maybe last weekend, but since then I really lock in on every single pitch she sees, and if she's swinging, she is swinging her best each time.
Her swing would scare me as a pitcher.
Yeah.
That's honestly. She's one of those that even if she doesn't make contact, but she takes a hack, it's sending a message. It's that type of swing.
She's hit some hard shots to infielders. Like, I wouldn't want to defend that.
Back up the middle and just underneath the glove of the diving Quincy Lilio. Cyclones not done yet. Ochoa with the 2-out single in the 5th. That will get another at bat here for Angelina Allen, the Big 12's leading hitter coming in. .532 average. She doubled back in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 1st. Iowa State came out of the gate hot in this one. They got 2 runs on 2 hits in the 1st, but the Sooners have scored 11 unanswered. Upstairs and a 1-1 count. Sooner softball is brought to you in part by Courtyard by Marriott. Big swing and a miss. That was heat.
Pass.
Allen flares that one foul. Strike 3, and the Sooners sweep the Cyclones to start Big 12 conference play. Oklahoma wins game 2.